So we are being in a minute, in a minute. And then what I'm going to do once I get back on the screen, I'm going to, all right, we're almost there. I'm seeing YouTube come up. Okay. Um, so as soon as we get going, I'm going to put into the chat the Facebook link that everyone could potentially share and the YouTube live link as well. So if
Hmm.
you could all be like taking a couple seconds here and there to post those links so that friends know we're here. But I want to say welcome, and Eric, start off the script and we'll go back and forth.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Eric Law. I'm one of the steering committee member of People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggles, and so happy Earth Day. And Joni, Callum, and I are your hosts today, and we'll double as tech hosts as well. So Earth Day was first observed on April 22nd, 1970, when an estimated 20 million people worldwide attended the inaugural event at tens of thousands of sites, including elementary and secondary school, university, and community sites across the United States. Likely many PMN members, past and current, were present at some of those events. In 1990, activist Denis Hayes, one of the original organizers, made it international by taking it to 14 other countries. It was founded and continues to highlight the premise that all people, regardless of race, gender, income, or geography, had a moral right to a healthy, sustainable environment. So let's sing out. Joni, you're muted.
I'm back. Um, so we're welcoming everyone who is with us right here in the Zoom room. We also have friends watching on Facebook and on YouTube. And in this Zoom event, members of the People's Music Network from around the world have been invited to share songs of freedom and struggle in honor of our home, Mother Earth. So we're inviting our audience, our fellow performers, come join with us with your Earth songs in a fun, inclusive, supportive, and collaborative online setting. So when you perform, take a second before you start and give some positive feedback to the person who had performed before you.
Mhm.
That's a PMN tradition that
Tradition.
I really cherish.
Mhm. So we represent many social, racial, cultural, and ethnic communities, as well as a great variety of musical and political interests. And we are anti-racist activists, peace activists, children's activists, feminists, labor organizers, lesbian and gays, and many. Our network stretches across the US and Canada and includes other international members as well.
So, in case anyone doesn't know, PMN is based on the celebration and respect of diversity, including gender, age, race, religion, nationality, sexual orientation, economic status, gender expression, and political viewpoints.
And the mission of the People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle, that's our official name, okay? Everybody remember that, repeat that. Um, is our mission is to sustain and grow a diverse community of performing artists and allies who use music, poetry, and other art forms as catalysts for a just and peaceful world.
Throughout our history, beginning in the 1970s, our community has united around many peace and justice movements, shutting down the Seabrook nuclear power plant, a major national demonstration in Washington, D.C., the struggle to gain recognition of Martin Luther King's birthday, the Central American Solidarity Movement, the gay and lesbian movement, opposition to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, hydrofracking, and racist police violence, just to name a few. We have founding members in our midst tonight who lived through and participated in these movements over the years.
And as you can see, PMN's membership include many activists with strong political conviction, which at times put us at odds with each other, and that's okay, all right? Especially in our complicated world today. And despite these real differences, we aim to foster free artistic expression as well as respectful political dialogue within our network. Therefore, we invite you to listen with curiosity and appreciation, knowing that we don't need to agree with everything being shared tonight. Take what is inspiring and useful with you. Leave that which is not helpful behind. And if you like, you can also take what is challenging to you for further reflection and maybe make a note to engage someone in further conversations.
PMN is not a political party, nor are we an organization that seeks to advance a specific political agenda. We do wish to inspire action for a more just and peaceful world from a variety of progressive political perspectives. We also need to say that the opinions shared by our performers are solely theirs and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of the People's Music Network or its membership as a whole.
And in that spirit, unless the PMN Steering Committee specifically votes to endorse a particular political statement, it should generally be assumed that when individuals of PMN make political statements through a song or in discussion, they speak on behalf of themselves and not necessarily on behalf of the People's Music Network as a whole.
So we're done talking. And with that, we're going to begin to sing. I have the honor of introducing the first 5 performers who will each introduce their own songs. We're going to try and keep everybody's section to 5 minutes. Special points for anybody who comes in under 5 minutes. But please take the time to both make a positive comment to the person who played before you and to introduce your song. Except for Bev, who is first, she gets to just introduce her song. So Bev Grant, please take it away.
Okay, I'm going to show a video of a song that I wrote about 10 years ago. It's rather on the dystopian side of our hope for a better world. And it's called Mother's Wrath and expresses the anger our Mother Earth must be feeling.
Here it goes.
There was a time when there were no lines on my face, no lines to cross were in place. It was as far as the eye could see, obscured only by mountain or tree. Creatures were free to rest or to roam. I was their mother, I was their home. Of course there was turmoil, the yin and the yang. The winds of change blew again and again. Species mutated, hierarchy began with the evolving advancement of man. Once one of many content, they grew unruly, became hell-bent. Destruction, consumption, division and greed, competing idols of worship and creed, digging and drilling to suck at my core, till I just couldn't take anymore. Couldn't take anymore. Now I am writhing in ruin and pain, melting in agony and acid rain. naked of forest, mountains uncapped, waters polluted, animals trapped, trembling in sorrow, in need of a bath. You have unleashed your mother's wrath.
Whoa. Excellent. Thank you, Bev. Yes, a very pointed, realistic. Those are those songs that we need to hear. All right, Steve Siegelbaum, you're up. Song of the Rivers.
Hi,
Tell us
Joni.
about it.
A word to, what a surprise, a terrific song from Bev Grant. And sung with and written with the most appropriate urgency and passion and clarity that a whole lot of Bev's songs have. How long ago did you write that, Bev?
About 12 years ago, I think. It's
Right.
been a problem,
Well,
ongoing problem.
yeah. Sadly, it's still in your face appropriate, just as we just heard. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this song I wrote a lot longer ago than that. This is a song not quite 30 years old, with a different level of intensity, I guess, called "Song of the Rivers." And I'd like to dedicate this to a dear friend of mine, Shakufe, up in northern Westchester, who's experiencing some unnecessary difficulties with the current situation. Song of the Rivers. Let me just started life as melting snow high on a mountain top. Tiny streams come trickling down, there's no way I could stop. Collecting all the rain I could from the stormy skies, splashing on the rocks before the sun knew how to rise. My name is Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm where you come from, I'm where you're going. My waters thou shalt not defile. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm your provider, I've been your prophet. Come sit down beside me a while. gathering momentum for 1,000-mile ride. 1,000,000 years and more I tumble down your mountainside, carving out the fertile soil behind, a cradle where folks settle down, the birth of humankind. My name is Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm where you come from, I'm where you're going. My waters thou shalt not defile. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm your provider, I've been your prophet. Come sit down beside me a while. All aboard the paddle wheeler, rambling, gambling men. Current strong, oh can't you feel her surging round the bend? Papyrus rafts and birch canoes I carried you along, and a Hudson River sloop powered by wind and hope and song. My name is Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm where you come from, where you're going. My waters thou shalt not defile. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. I'm your provider, I've been your prophet. Come sit down beside me a while. Come sit down beside me a while. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile. Brahmaputra, Amazon, Mississippi, Nile.
Wow. That's beautiful, Steve. Let's call up Lydia Davis. And Lydia is going to share a song of life. And I will get out of the spotlight. Lydia can share some feedback with Steve. And then we will share the lyrics to Lydia's song.
Well, Steve, you always come up with some really illiterate alliteration. I mean, anyone could just visualize. I didn't mean illiterate, I mean alliteration. You know how it all flows together like the river. So the words just can, and plus you're kind of a galloping rhythm. It's makes me feel like old Weavers type songs. That's actually a compliment. Thinking about Pete Seeger and the Weavers and all of that. I wasn't quite old enough to know the Weavers, but I came pretty quick after. And Pete Seeger's birthday is next month, and I'm doing a show up here in Beacon and inviting anybody from ever walk of life to come up and share a story about Pete or a quick song at the Town Crier on May 4th. Anyway, tomorrow's my birthday. And I remember on the real Earth Day, the original Earth Day,
Happy birthday, lady.
Thank you. You know where we were? On the BQE. We were stuck in the traffic on the BQE, Brooklyn Queens Expressway. And the radio came on and said, "Today is Earth Day, the very first." It didn't matter how long we were stuck in the traffic. We could just celebrate Earth Day, the very first, in 1970. There we go. Copyright 2011 by Lydia Adams Davis. I am tree, I speak for earth, wind, rain, joy and birth, ages past, all to be, timeless branches I am tree, sprouting small through years unplanned. I join the canopy of hands from other trees like me. If you crane your head, you'll see I am ground to hold you fast, free to grow, your roots will last through the lives of women and men. Generations of children, fallen logs, lichen and moss, make my bed from boughs of needles soft. And I am here of life I sing, sense and savor everything, air to breathe and all around, song of life. Resound. All the forest has a hum, smallest bugs and crickets drum, hawk aloft on distant glide, locust mining sounds collide, lake aglow as daylight fades, sky is streaked with purple hazy indigo. But when we visit here we reap morning's quiet, evening's sleep, skies so black the stars shine bright, through the trees our firelight warms our voices locked in song, telling tales of friends and days long gone. And I am here of life I sing, sense and savor everything, air to breathe and all around, song of life. Resound, sound, sound. And I am child, I run for joy, I race the clouds, I'm girl and boy. All I see I can become, fantasy and real are one. One day when I'm very old, stories from me will unfold, maybe in a book or two, something I can leave for you. All the people will be friends, hunger gone and war will end. No one will be jailed or cheated, hurt or hated or mistreated. Food for all and land to live in, all our faults will be forgiven. Everyone will have a chance to laugh and sing and love and dance. 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 Love, dance. Love, freely dance. Have a chance. Share the love and dance. But for now we'll stay and sing, sense and savor everything, air to breathe in all around, song of life, song of life, song of life. Resound.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Lydia. Oop, look at all that stuff happening in the chat.
Oh my, goody, goody,
Someone
goody.
is sending you cookies. All right,
Song of life for cookies.
I want to call up Dean Stevens, who's going to share Pledge Allegiance to the Earth. Is Dean here?
I don't see Dean. Yeah.
I had a feeling I
Dean,
didn't
if
see
you're
you
here,
either.
please make a noise. Sometimes they have different names. Nope, Dean is not here. So let's
Okay.
go to the next person.
So let's go to Giovanna. Giovanna Spies is going to share with us By Water I Am Led. I'm really curious about this song. Come on up, Giovanna.
You. Lydia, what a tour de force. I really felt the emotion and such vulnerability and the beauty of your words. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you.
You're
You know,
welcome.
I think we've all learned that vulnerability is strength. We're
Yes,
learning that. Yes, thank you for seeing that. Thank you.
you're welcome. So here on my altar, I have, you can see just above my little mic, there's Anahita, the goddess of water. And I'm hearing that people have shared songs that they've written quite a while back. And I realize I wrote my song 20 years ago or so as well for Celebrate the Housatonic River. It was a county-wide event here in the Berkshires, Western Massachusetts. And I learned that nobody knew where the river was. And also I wanted to create a performance for the river, including all different people. And that's how I met the Mohicans. So on the positive side, I'm going to say that since those 20 years, there's been land acknowledgement. There's certainly much further to go, but the Stockbridge-Munsee tribe from this land has been given land near, you can look up and learn more than I can say right now, but it's a positive thing. Here's the intro. 12,000 years of tears are standing in my throat. 100 million fears are woven in my coat. Illusion and memory are all the same. Can you tell me, what is my name? Beyond the mountains, I move along. My voice is hidden. Then my voice is strong. After so much silence and separation, will you praise my beauty, my reparation? Rising, falling, known and unknown, my water blossoms in your bone. I am the heart of tree and bird. I am the river, a holy word. I'm standing by the riverside, lost and rambling in my pride, never knowing in my heart or head, I am water, by water am led. Let the memory of the soft green ground and the majesty of each simple sound hold me when I'm tumbling down. I am water, missing and found. Landlocked and full of fear, sound your torrent that I may hear. Where I'm stubborn, let me flow. Where I'm ignorant, let me know. Yes, let the spirit of the earth and sky keep me, and when I die, or carry me to the river and sea. I am water and I am free. Thank you.
Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you so much, Giovanna. So let's call up Michael and Nell. We're going to be showing a video that they produced. But let's get you guys up here to talk to Giovanna. And there you are. Yay.
It's always great to see Nell and Michael.
Hey, thank you guys.
Yes.
We're always thrilled to be here. It's wonderful. That was a beautiful song. We loved it.
That was a wonderful song. Yeah, beautiful images.
Yeah.
Just like a movie.
Yeah, very
nice.
visual. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
the intro flowed right into the song.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's nice to get 2 for 1. Thank you.
that's right.
You couldn't get any better either.
So we're gonna show our video. I know we showed this video on here a while back, but I thought we'd show it again. So I wrote this song quite a while ago. It seems like we're going back into the old songbook here tonight. And when I saw a picture of a mountain top being blown up, and it inspired me to write this song. And the interesting thing is somebody in Scotland saw this video, and when they did the COP26 conference, World Conference, UN Conference on Climate, they contacted me from Scotland and said, "Can we show your video?" And I said, "Well, of course, you know." And as it turned out, there was people on that program from Scotland, England, Latin America, and we were the only American act on that show. So we represented the United States of America with this video. So, and that came out of us playing it for here on many years ago.
That's right.
Came out of People's Music Network. Yeah, that's right.
Has seen us on PMN.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So here it is. Don't Blow Up the Mountain.
When it's gone, it's really gone. West Virginia mountain, air smells so sweet. Up above the tree line, far from the city heat. Twilight falls, the sun sinks low, stars above gently glow. Here we are in paradise, let's open up our eyes. And don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain. It's gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. God built the mountain, part of his perfect plan. He didn't build the mountain to be blown up by man. We grabbed the coal, crushed the trees, nothing's left but our debris. Muddy rivers, poison streams, drowning our dreams. So don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, boys. 'Cause when it's gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. What to do? Love one another, Mother Earth too. Now clouds of dust fill the sky, coal trucks go rolling by. Help us, Lord, we've gone astray. Help us find the way. So we don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, don't blow up the mountain, boys. 'Cause when it's gone, it's really gone. When it's gone, it's really gone. Now we can't undo the damage done. When it's gone, it's really
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna come up and introduce myself.
I can introduce you.
Okay. Well, I also want to Michael and Elle, I do remember I've seen this video and I really, really enjoyed it that first time too. I love, first of all, I'm noticing this with so many of the songs tonight that the music chosen just totally matches the atmosphere of the words, and obviously here you're in West Virginia and that music is that music from those mountains. So I love that choice of that match between the lyrics. The other thing that really struck me was seeing Dick Cheney there at the beginning and thinking, oh my goodness, remember when that was as bad as we thought it was? A little bit of perspective. Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa. But yeah, great final shot there.
Oh, thank
Don't
you.
blow up my mountains and the flatlands of West Virginia. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for writing that.
Well, I had fun writing it. We had a lot of fun putting together that video too, and it was inspired by a mountain, Jeff Berry, who actually runs the Environmental Council here in Nashville. He put on a movie called Kilowatt Hours, Kilowatt OURS, and it showed how mountaintop removal, that's where we get our electricity, and it started with that, the flick of the electric light, boom,
Mhm.
and that
Right.
that was what inspired me to write the song, because it was just, felt, there it was. And also, I want to say one thing about Pete Seeger, okay? So Pete's birthday is coming up, and I think in the next day or so. And I wrote that song to be a sing-along. Don't blow
Yes.
up the mountain, I mean, consciously. And we've done it, performed it sometimes, everybody in the room starts singing. And that's always like my favorite thing, when you can get a whole audience. And, the chorus is really, really simple, so everybody can pick up on it, and that was intentional.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. And Steve just put into the chat, May 3rd is Pete's birthday.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there's
So-
also some wonderful comments from Michael and Nail for you in the chat, so check that out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Joni, you're on.
Okay, well, so like everyone else, this song was originally written in 2008, so it's pretty darn old. I've changed a few things in bringing it up to now, but the
Turn
basic
this off,
intent
Michael.
is the same. It's called One Big Web. So I'm gonna finish my song, and then Eric's gonna I'm gonna take over for Eric as no, you're gonna take over as hosting, as introducing. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna sing and stop talking. Okay. Here we go. We are all in this together, when we're up, when we're down, in good or bad weather. We're all part of one big web. Some days we flow, some days we ebb. We knock down the woods for houses and malls, fill up the fields with fences and walls, drive big cars, keep buying stuff. The earth is telling us enough is enough. Have you noticed the weather reports? Tsunamis and floods of all sorts, earthquakes and hurricanes. It seems the earth is in great pain. But we are all in this together, when we're up, when we're down, in good or bad weather. We're all part of one big web. Some days we flow, some days we ebb. Disasters striking east and west, something every week, no rest. The animals sense when it's time to go. If we listen to them, would we also know. Seems we forget we're not here alone. Before we came along, someone else called this place home. And we are all in this together. When we're up, when we're down, in good or bad weather, we're all part of one big web. Some days we flow, some days we ebb. Balance isn't hard to find, just might take some thinking minds. It's real clear what to choose. If it's not win-win, it'll be lose-lose. But we are all in this together. When we're up, when we're down, in good or bad weather, we're all part of one big web. Some days we flow, some days we ebb. Thank you.
Thank you, Joni. So always great to hear you sing, and it's such sing-along kind of song that I love. Let me bring on Paul. Paul is up next, so
Hi there. Can you hear me? Make sure I've got the
yeah,
up.
here we go. Yeah.
Here I am with my little group. He's called Anthony Mateo. Say hi there, buddy. There you are. He is very enthusiastic. He loved your song. In fact, he loved the exploding song naturally, but he particularly, living in Nicaragua, we were touched very much by the web that we're all one together, because we tend to be so isolated in our own communities. Make America great again, after all, you know what? So we're thinking about making Nicaragua great again, because we're great at celebrating independence, but we're developing here in Nicaragua a declaration of interdependence, among other things. And the point being, we have to organize across frontiers and across borders, And so that, there were so many other things in it as well. There were lovely images, which I'll come back to because we have hardly any time, of course. So one of the things that did strike me, though, children like this little guy, are wiped out here in Nicaragua because we live in paradise, but because of the making the northern old white guy civilization, looking at nobody in particular, living beyond the possibilities of the earth. And so these little guys who might be Beethovens or Ruben Daríos or Pete Seegers or, all kinds of possible people never get to that point. So this is a bit of a plea, but I did want to dedicate first and foremost the whole event from my point of view, and hopefully yours, to the Pope Francis, because he, for all the other things that the Catholic Church, and I used to be a Trappist monk, so I knew it quite intimately, quite apart from all the rest of the terrible stuff that goes on, he was and remains an advocate for the earth. And I'll put in the chat links to his Laudato Si, his great letter to the world. Then a quick word on that's the dream, the nightmare Trump. Trump elected by 1% of the population of the earth, less than, affecting everybody on earth. And that's particularly the case here in Nicaragua. And we have done nothing to cause the climate crisis. We are I should not say we, I have done a great deal to cause the current climate crisis, having driven for ages and all the rest of it in the north. But here in Nicaragua, they've done almost nothing. And yet, the storms are more intense. The sun is like drilling your head. And now with Trump, destroying the international finance system, also we're going to be loaded with even more debt. So this is a tool we've developed tools, our organization called Make Earth Green Again. Mega Trump's MAGA, how about that? And it's called Ode to Earth. And of course, Beethoven, based on Beethoven, a great lover of both freedom, as in the French Revolution, and of nature. And so this is what we do. We get in a big old circle, a little hippie stuff, join hands, and we hum, coming out of the silence, sing the words and go back into the silence. So maybe if we could all try to join hands, cybernetically speaking, and all hum away and thank you so much for the chance to do this. And I'll put more stuff in the chat.
Okay, here it goes. Hum along and sing along, please.
Hum along. Ready, Anthony? You went hum. Okay, here we go. Earth is one, a mother, a glory, life and hope, beauty and peace, caring for each one of the children, no matter its gender, color, or creed. But now our mother is close to dying, beaten, violated, ravaged, low. And now is a moment all my family come to her rescue as never before. Oceans are surging, the sun it is scalding, forests and animals cower in fear. Join hands with us now, all you peoples, singing, creating the future that's near. Every person, all races and nations, weaving our joy, our sweat, our blood. Tomorrow is now, oh beloved family. Build it now together, united in love. La, 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 la,
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. I was humming along. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah,
and
We could hear you right down here in Nicaragua. No? They were humming loud, man. No, I mean, it's difficult to do that kind of thing, obviously, here. But when you do it in a big old circle with a candle in the middle and coming out of the silence and going back into the silence, it's magical, you know. And the great thing about humming is everybody can do it. You don't need to be fiddling with hymn sheet or in the rain, you know. You can do it anywhere, and that's the wonderful thing. So
Yeah, thank you. You should check out our Songs of the Spirit on Sunday, where we do this kind of stuff online and engaging more people to be in a in the spiritual place together. So let's bring on Hallie Hammer.
Thanks. Paul, I just want to say that was so beautiful. It had me in tears, and I loved your conductor.
it's been great.
He
Applause.
was wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to take over from Daniel Barenboim. Okay, so there we go. You know that, right? So yeah, well, thanks, Hallie. I mean, it's just extraordinary, that melody. I mean, we're all going back, we're saying, into our old books. Well, this is what, 250 years ago. So
Yeah.
so kind of, but the great vision of all of us being together, one people, one planet, one people. This is the fulfillment of that great dream, really. You know, this is our moment. If we don't get it together, we don't have a planet.
Well, that's sort of the motif of my video, actually. My video is to the old song Eve of Destruction, only it's called Eve of Transition. So it's a little snarky at the beginning, but it gives you hope at the end.
Okay, you ready to go? All right.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. Let's see.
This whole world, it is exploding. Violence flaring, alliances eroding. You're baffled by folks, how they've been voting. You wake up every day with a feeling of foreboding. Must fire civil servants, he practices scapegoating. And we see this over and over and over again, my friend. Hard to believe this degree of disruption. Everyone I know has PTSD, traumatized to the nth degree. The moral decay is making us squirm, while the head of healthcare has been eaten by a worm. We can hardly wait till Canada's a state, and we hear it over and over and over again, my friend. The news all stinks and we're on the brink of upchucking. We're gonna buy Greenland, have trade wars with China, and we'll call that water the Gulf of America. The toadies in Congress pass awful legislation. They banish whole departments while ignoring regulations. With civility eroding, courtesy disintegrating, the governmental fracture is just too frustrating. And you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, why you can't conceive of these decrees of deconstruction. But think of all the protests across every state, folks at town hall meetings justifiably irate. With rallies and boycotts we assert our case, confronting politicians about their disgrace. They can't bury their heads in their hands to erase the evil they do and their fall from grace. So you're with me over and over and over again, my friend. We do believe we're on the eve of transition, and that should be our intention and our ambition. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley.
Allie.
Hallie, sorry. Yeah. I love reworking song, which is a great folk tradition, right? Right, we take an old tune or we will rework it, and you did it so beautifully, rhyming all those words and getting all the points in. I really love that. And then it's not, I mean, a lot of times us folk singers tend to, be really negative and angry and so on, right? But your song has hope, transition, not destruction,
Yeah,
and
we need hope. We can't,
yeah.
we can't go on without it.
So I really appreciate that
Thank
hope
you.
at the end. It was really great. Yeah. I think everybody should learn that one. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So I guess I am next.
Or
I
do you want me to introduce you? Or
Sure, why not?
go ahead. Go ahead. You're already there.
So I'm Eric Law. I'm coming to you from California, and really honored to be invited to help host this event. And just a quick advertisement before I start. We do a thing called If I Had a Song every month, and the next one is coming up on Monday, and it's where you bring your song in, and we have friendly feedback to each other. And I have done many of those and have improved my songwriting tremendously because of the wonderful, loving community that gave me honest feedback and loving and caring that they give me. And then, of course, there's another song swap coming up on International Labor Day. I'll let Joni talk about it. And then a summer gathering, of course, and I'm going to miss it. It's because I'm an online member. So, all right. So I'm going to sing a song that has been worked on quite a few times. If I Had a Song, and the lyrics was inspired by an old hymn for the beauty of the earth, and I reworked it. So this is the latest version. Okay, so it's a celebration and a pledge to Mother Earth, as opposed in a positive kind of way, trusting the earth to do what earth can do. Okay, so. For the beauty of the earth, for the glory of the skies, for the first breath at our birth, for the fresh air you provide. Living earth, to you we raise our voices to sing this grateful song of praise. Mother Earth, to you we pledge our hearts and hands to share your amazing grace. Tops of trees to underground, oceans, glaciers, desert springs, for the current circling round, linking every living thing. Living earth, to you we raise our voices to sing this grateful song of praise. Mother Earth, to you we pledge our hearts and hands to share your amazing grace. Thank you for your great cleansing power. Wind and rainstorms, running rivers, waves upon waves. Thank you for the gentle breeze and shower. Renew, refresh, regenerate. New way of life, so delicate, so brave. For the rhythm of the year. Summer, winter, springs or fall, life and death, no need to fear. Earth returns all things, great and small. Living earth, to you we raise our voices to sing this grateful song of praise. Mother Earth, to you we pledge our hearts and hands to share your amazing grace.
Beautiful, Eric. Beautiful
Thank you.
meditation.
Really nice, Eric. Very nice.
Thank you, Eric. It's great.
Gonna look. Pine Tree is up next. I'm gonna bring her up. Pine Tree, can you unmute?
Okay, how's that?
Good. We only. Oh, you're gonna stand up. Good.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up because I have some instruments, and otherwise I wouldn't be able to reach them.
Okay. So go
All right.
ahead. I'll let you. Eric, you have a ton of responses in the chat, and I know Pine Tree's got something to tell you too.
Eric, you know that that was really unique. First of all, I love the jazz feeling, and I've never heard anyone use jazz with finger picking. That was really unique.
Uh-huh.
And the lyrics were just, first of all, I love the original for The Beauty of the Earth.
Right.
I have it as a storybook. It's, I bought it for my students. It's really, you know, it was very moving, and the whole thing just was like this jazz poem. Really.
Well,
Lovely.
thank you. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it as jazz chord. I was just fooling around on the guitar. The thing was that I was writing this in a different way. I was getting the music, the guitar first, and then because I have the lyrics, and I was just finding the flow and the complexity and that I wanted. So thank you for recognizing that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you wrote the lyrics first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're both, so well done.
Thank you.
So I have a book of Earth haiku that I
Pine
wrote.
Tree, before you go any
Yeah.
further, you're very, very quiet. Do you have a way to
Okay.
raise your volume?
Volume. Okay. Any better?
No.
No, really. Well, I don't know. It's an Apple computer. They're usually pretty good.
All right, we will all pay close attention.
All right, I'll try to speak a little louder. How's this? No. All right. Well,
I mean that's yeah. Go do whatever you can, but carry on.
all right. Okay, so this is a book of Earth haiku, which I wrote, and maybe one day it'll be published. I'm sure it will someday. And if anyone has any ideas about publishing, please contact me. The first poem is called, this is a haiku string. It's several haiku strung together. And this is The Trees Speak. The trees speak to us. Aspens rustle and whispers, accept the wind's caress. Thank you, bright aspens, whilst other leaves windswept gone, still yellow, quaking. Willows bend and flow as I stand atop their roots, dappling the sunlight. Pine resin flowing captures insect on gray bark, fossil in my memory. I speak to the trees sweetly, all compliments. They answer silence. Was that audible? Yes, great.
Yes, totally.
All right, the others are just one haiku at a time. Serendipity. Biking hard uphill, a white blossom apple tree is dressed for spring. Jamaica Bay. Small waves overlap, swishing, chasing through me. A white swan paddles by. The Painter. Yellow butterfly, what creator painted you just a splash of blue? The Snake. Crossing my pathway, a little green snake wriggles brightly as time stops. Garden Gate. Purple foxglove bells, hats for pixies who run laughing past the garden gate. Dragonfly. Dragonfly, red friend, hiding amidst crossing twigs. Who will find you now? Monarch. Dear orange monarch, how I entreat the milkweeds to look after you. In the redwoods. Redwoods gather me, leaning on tall creviced bark, feeling the heartwood. My last poem is sad. It's called Requiem. And I have a house in Pennsylvania, and I have a favorite walk down the road. And recently, the Department of Transportation decided to murder all the trees that stand right by the roadside. And 3 of them were my very special friends. This is Requiem. Little Pine, do you recall when I rescued you from crushing snow, set you straight with my hands, now felled by careless ones? Walking by, I leave a pebble, a prayer, my tears. That was excerpts from Earth Haiku. I seem to have trouble finishing this. I keep writing more of them.
Thank you, Pine Tree. Let's bring Shailene. Is that how you pronounce it? Shailene Leahy?
Charlene.
Charlene. Sorry about that.
No worries,
Charlene.
no worries.
Uh-huh.
Well, I just want to say, Pine Tree, that was very creative. I've never actually seen anyone read poetry with such sounds added and to enhance the meaning. So that was very touching and very effective. And I appreciate the creativity you put into that.
Thank you, Shar.
I think, first of all, I'd like to just say what an honor it is to be here with all of you. I was at the first Earth Day in New York City, and I remember it well. And I was also at Seabrook. So thank you, Joni, for mentioning those two events. And the previous offering was a really good introduction to this song, because this song I adapted from a poem called Something Told the Wild Geese. And I call this song Wonder. Something told the wild geese it was time to go. Though the fields lay golden, something whispered, snow. Something told the sparrow it was time to sing. Oh, the stream lay frozen. Something whispered, spring. Oh, what a wonder. Oh, what a sound. Seasons surrender all around. Something told the heron it was time to stay. Though the winds were gusting, summer was on the way. Oh, what a wonder. What a sight, oh what a sight. Seasons surrender to the light. Something told the wild geese it was time to go.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Let's see. Wonderful. Yeah. Let's bring in Gary Cantor.
Hi.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Hallie. I just got back from the Bay Area last night.
Oh, cool. Should have
Yeah,
called.
sorry I couldn't get in touch.
Hey, good to see you.
Actually, the song that I submitted, I had accidentally thought it was, I did it by mistake. It's not actually an Earth Day song, but it's a song about understanding of what's going on in the world. And it's a song
Gary,
about.
before you take it away, can you give Shar some feedback?
Yes.
Some love.
I'm sorry. I was so busy starting to apologize that I lost it in my guilt. Shar, you know what I heard in that song? I heard the voice of authority. I heard somebody who's been there and somebody who knows the story from the beginning to where we are now. And yeah, you just maintained my interest and my respect. So thank you.
Yeah.
And Char, there's lots of wonderful comments from the chat, so enjoy those. Yeah.
So I want to talk about anarchist, red, commie simp, libtard, liberal, so on and so forth. They're all pejoratives used by our people who don't like us, never did. Now, the current one is woke. And so people keep going, what is woke? I don't know, am I woke? Are you woke? So I created a kind of a checklist. So bear with me. Do you believe in freedom? In democracy? Law applies to everyone, not just you and me. And the huddling masses yearning to be free. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. Do you believe the Constitution is the supreme law of the land? Books are meant for reading, not for being banned. Do you believe that no one is free till everyone is free? That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. You sound woke to me, my friends. You sound woke to me. Like a Hakuna Matata. It's our philosophy. And you've got the right to disagree, even disagree with me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. Do you believe each citizen should have an equal voice? Do you believe each one should have an equal choice? And what truly makes this country great is our diversity. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. Do you believe religion should be walled off from the state? And the God you worship preaches love instead of spewing hate? Or perhaps there is no God at all as far as you can see. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. And do you believe the rights we have are too valuable to lose? Such as the right to marry and love the one you choose. And we are all entitled to be who we were meant to be. That's what you believe, my friends. You sound woke to me. That's what you believe, my friends. going too far. That's when you believe, my friends, you sound woke to me. If that's what you believe, my friends, you sound woke to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Just as always, amazing way of targeting what is important, to reclaim these words, and defining it, which is a really great technique through song. So appreciate that. Let's bring in Joanna. Joanna, welcome. Yeah.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here. And thank you so much for doing this, both Eric and Joni, and to everyone for being here. Gary, I love that song. It's telling it like it is. And it's also really singable. I was singing along with your chorus in that the whole time. After the first time, it was easy to pick up. So I don't know if you've performed it in public, but I'm sure you're going to have people singing along with you.
It is new, but I have had a few successes with it in public.
Yeah.
Still working on it.
Great, great. It's a good one. Definitely a good one. And I'm enjoying everybody's music tonight. This is a song called It Will Be Too Late. It's a song of Mother Earth. And like children in the forest, we've trampled down new paths without regard for the nuance of our mother's sacred dance. And when she writhes in burning pain, we gasp, we cry, and then we blame. But when there's no more clear water, it will be too late. Ooh, ooh. Her hands are gnarled and withered, her vision slowly fades. She struggles now just to walk through this shambolic masquerade. And when she drowns in rising waves, what will be left for us to save? But when there's no more soil for planting, it will be too late. Ooh, ooh. Now all you rich entitled, I'm calling out your names. Don't look for worlds to escape to in this hedonistic game. For when you're standing at the door with dreams of claiming more and more, but when those dreams will not appease you, it will be too late.
Hi.
Amazing, Joanna.
Thank you.
Something about that song that is so grounded, so earthy about it. And then you're soaring with your voice in it. I just love that minor key, which most songs from most of the world are in the minor key, by the way. So thank you for bringing that and connecting that heart of that with us. So
Thank you, Eric, and thank you for the opportunity.
let's bring on Mark Hecker, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see me in full screen. Am I supposed to be in full screen?
No, not yet, because we always ask the performer to say something
Okay,
about the
well,
previous performers,
about the previous song, it was a very haunting song, and I was thinking during the song, especially when there'll be no more soil for planting, that it may be time for us to seek another planet because the current administration doesn't seem to want to continue efforts to to save our environment and wants to destroy the EPA, who I had a cousin that worked for, and he was very worried about the future of that and all aspects of government. And certainly we have to think about what our future is going to be without the resources that the earth has provided us. And that song kind of brings that to a head. So anyway, the song I'm going to do is probably a familiar song to a lot of people. It was written by Peggy Seeger. Um, it's the Spring Hill mining disaster, which was about a mining disaster that occurred in Nova Scotia in the 1950s. So anyway, here it goes. In the town of Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, down in the dark of the Cumberland mine, there's blood on the coal where the miners lie. In the rivers that never saw sun nor sky, the rivers that never saw sun nor sky. In the town of Spring Hill, it won't sleep. Often the earth will tremble and roll. When the earth is restless, miners die. Bone and blood is the price of coal. Bone and blood is the price of coal. In the town of Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, late in the year of 58, the day still comes and the sun still shines, but it's dark in the grave of the Cumberland mine. Dark as the grave in the Cumberland mine. 3 days passed in the landscape, then came the rush, crushed that up and said, we have no more water, light, or bread. So we'll live on song and hope instead. We'll live on song and hope instead. Listen for the shouts of the black-faced miners. Listen for the rubble of the refugees. 100 tons of coal and slag. Hope is present in the frequency. Hope is present in the frequency. 12 days past and souls, leaving the earth to die alone. Through all their days they dug their grave. 2 miles of earth for a marking stone. 2 miles of earth for a marking stone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for bringing that song. I think it was done by the Doubler or some
Dubliners.
Doublers. Yeah, yeah. So thank you for sharing that. Let's bring Donald Roby.
Yes.
Yes. Did you get it all figured out? Your sound?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've moved to a different room where the network works better.
Uh-huh.
So So it will
Donald.
be okay now, I think.
Okay.
That was a wonderful song. I had heard it before. I didn't know it was written by Peggy Seeger, but it's a great song. Uh, and I am reminded one of the songs I thought about bringing here tonight was Paradise by John Prine,
Mhm.
which is another coal mining tragedy. But I didn't. I decided to bring a song written for the very first Earth
Mhm.
Day by Tom Paxton. Whose garden was this? It must have been lovely. Did it have flowers? I've seen pictures of flowers, and I'd love to have smelled one. Whose river was this? You say it ran freely. Blue was its color. I've seen blue in some pictures, and I'd love to have been there. Tell me again, I need to know. The forest had trees, forest had trees, the meadows were green, the oceans were blue, and birds really flew. Can you swear that was true? Whose gray sky was this? Or was it a blue one? Nights there were breezes. I've heard records of breezes, and you tell me you felt one. Tell me again, I need to know. The forest had trees, the meadows were green, the oceans were blue, and birds really flew. Can you swear that was true? Whose garden was this? It must have been lovely. Did it have flowers? I've seen pictures of flowers, and I'd love to have smelled one.
Thank you, Donald. I love that song, and thank you for bringing the history of the Tom Paxton wrote that for the first Earth Day. So
Yes,
hmm and
April 1970.
that's right, yeah. And it's from the perspective of someone after an environmental disaster, right? So let's bring in Joni. Who do we have next? Is Lauren here?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Lauren, and then following Lauren on the list is Andy Antipin, and I don't
Uh-huh.
see him either.
All right.
So it
So
looks like Jenny. Jenny, are
let's
you
bring Jenny
ready?
on. We love Jenny.
Yes. We're going to bring
Come
Jenny
on,
up.
Jenny.
Hello.
Say something about Donald's wonderful, quiet
Yeah, it was such a
performance.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just there, I was trying to unmute and I was having trouble. Yes, you know what? It's such a pensive song. It was so moving. It brought to mind that song "Come Away, Melinda," where it's a post nuclear war song. And I don't know who wrote "Come Away, Melinda," but it is very much in that vein. It's such a beautiful song, and you had such a lovely way of bringing it, such a poetic presence, those songs are scary, but we need to hear them. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is a song I've been writing on for a couple of weeks, and here it is. Let me just make sure I have the original sound on. Yes, I do.
You sound good.
That's good, thanks. Take the trees and seal the breeze, breathe it in and sing for peace. Take the war and leave us in peace. Why can't we make this killing cease? Over and over again, generation after generation, millions upon millions, when each person is so precious to someone. Why do we humans kill each other so, when we could have heaven on earth on this globe? I don't know. I don't know. Stop and just let it go. Think, feel, what is our common ground? What splits human soul? No other species in their diversity can be found that mass murders its own, kill other animals just for food. Why can't we be so good? You speak your words and I shut down. Just a syllable or two, we each go to ground. We locate our tribe, we will defend. So we will kill each other for just that in the end. Over and over again, generation after generation, millions upon millions, when each person is so precious to someone. Why do we humans kill each other so, when we could have heaven on earth on this globe? I don't know. I don't know. What other being is robbing Mother Earth of so much species variety? Are we just smart enough for bad invention and cruelty? Start, what is the common grace we share? It is love for our children, like all animals on this earth, everywhere, everywhere. So bloom olive trees and blow desert breeze, breathe cherry blossoms in and sing for peace. Spanish war and sculpt the peace with love and justice, make the war cycle cease. Over and over again, generation after generation, no more millions upon millions, when each little one is so precious to someone. Follow the dove and the doe, heaven on earth on this globe. We know how, we now know how. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. That's a new song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Wow, it's great work. Keep going at it. Hey, that's Joey.
Hello, 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 hello.
Joel, Joel, nice to see you always.
Good
Yeah.
to see you too. Jenny,
Mhm.
you know, I get to see Jenny almost every month at the New York City Friends of Clearwater online Zoom. So thank you for the song. It's I always like to see something new from you. What I liked about that song is that you spoke to us. You didn't shake us down for attention, and it was very powerful in its simplicity and its poignancy, and it's peacefully powerful. So thank you. That was effective. That was effective. Oh, it's so great to be with my friends on Earth Day. I get to wear this shirt once a year. You see, it's got a date on it. You see, this was from the first. This is Nature Conservancy. They did that. I have another shirt to show you too, and it's the inspiration for the song I'm going to do. Are you familiar with a garbage barge in 1987?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you the story?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Quick story of
remember.
the garbage barge. See, I got the T-shirt, bro. This garbage barge. So, New York was deciding what to do with its stinky garbage, and they had this idea: why don't we send it to Europe? So this garbage barge made its way to Europe, and the people would say, "What are you doing?" And they told us to get that out of here. So that sad garbage barge had to come all the way back to New York, and they said, "Wait a minute, let's go to the Caribbean. Maybe one of the poor people on the island will say yes." But they didn't. So they told this garbage barge to go away. So it went to the Gulf of Mexico, to the Gulf states of the United States, and they said, "What are you doing here with that garbage? Send it away." So they refused to take our garbage. So this garbage barge, this sad barge, this ripe barge, came back to New York, to Brooklyn. It came to Brooklyn, and all that garbage was loaded on trucks, and it didn't end up in New York, it ended up in New Jersey. So it's still there someplace in New Jersey many years later. And that is the story of the garbage barge. And I thought, well, what is the lesson in all of this? The lesson that I got out of it was, we put our garbage to the curb and it disappears. It goes to this place called away. But there's no place called away. That's the idea. So that's the story of the garbage barge. There is garbage in my kitchen. There's garbage in the sea. There are toxins in the reservoir, absorbed by you and me. There is garbage all around us, growing each and every day. Someday we'll learn a lesson. There's no place called away. We've been jamming garbage underground, but now it's coming back. Past sins become carcinogens from every oozing stack. Doesn't take a genius to have the guts to say, this can't go on if we're to live. There's no place called away. There's no place called away, despite what people say. There's only so much space on Earth. We're trashing it away. We're giving up our future. We've got to keep it clean. There is no separation where we're going and where we've been. politicians hesitate to corporate control, as if getting re-elected is their first and only goal. Humankind has one priority: it's living every day and preserving our environment. There's no place called away. There's no place called away, despite what people say. There's only so much space on Earth, we're trashing it away. We're giving up our future, we've got to keep it clean. There is no separation where we're going and where we've been. Fukushima was a warning, radiation doesn't hide. The only power nukes promise is our human suicide. And how much fracking poison will it take for us to say it's time for us to end it all? There's no place called away. There's no place called away, despite what people say. There's only so much space on Earth and we're trashing it away. We're giving up our future and we've got to keep it clean. There is no separation where we're going and where we've been. Congress tables an amendment. We postpone a date or two. We put off responsibilities. Yes, I know, I have a few. We go someplace else for dinner. Let's just hope there's not a day that we realize our nightmare and like garbage go. There is garbage in my kitchen and there is garbage in the sea. There are toxins in the reservoir, absorbed by you and me. There is garbage all around us. It's growing each and every day. I hope we learned a lesson. There's no place called away. There's no place called away, despite what people say. There's only so much space on Earth, we're trashing it away. We're giving up our future, we have to keep it clean. There is no separation where we're going and where we've been. No separation.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, I have a friend, Ken Gale, who has a radio show called Ecologic.
Mm-hmm.
He and Donna Stein hosted WBAI on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. And he tells me that every day is Earth Day. So that's true. But only one has a T-shirt. So I don't know.
So many of us have that song. Every day is Earth Day.
The day, yeah.
Oh, I'd like to hear that one. I'd like to hear that one. That sounds like something that could be sung in Sesame Street. You know.
Yes.
Yes.
I just put something in the
I was
chat.
going to ask you
The
about
Songs of Freedom, the website that I do and the show that I have. About 15 years ago, Pete Seeger got involved with Water, Not Weapons as an initiative, and Jenny was part of this. Ray Corona was part of it. Pat LaManna was part of it, and there are episodes, half-hour episodes that are showing on Songs of Freedom this month. So you might want to give it a look.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Joel.
11-year-old grandson came back from school today, and kids were giggling because the teacher said that the Earth was naked, and then some other kids said, "You know what? It sounds like the Earth is skinny dipping through space."
Mm-hmm. Well,
one of the mouths of babes, huh?
Yeah.
Well, clothes are a human invention.
Yes. Well, thank you. Let's bring on John Claus. my good friend John. Thank you, Joel, for always bringing such amazingly crafted song for us. Yeah. So, John.
Hey, Eric. Nice to see you, and Joni. And I often share songs with Eric and Joni on the and Barbara as well. I just saw you joined us, Barbara, on the If I Had a Song, which I brought this song to If I Had a Song, and I'm all the suggestions were great. I don't know whether the song ended up being great, but it was all the suggestions were great anyway. So it's always fun, and I encourage any songwriter to have that opportunity to share. It's not always easy to get good critical comments on your songs, so I really appreciate that.
John, before you start, would you say a few words give some love to Joel?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Joel, I mean, it reminded me of the Adams Mine issue up here, where they were going to dump the garbage in a big open pit mine up around Kirkland Lake. And finally, they organized to stop that. They wanted to truck the garbage from Toronto up north here to Adams Mine because it's in the hard rock, and they said, nothing will ever happen. It'll just sit there forever, which is, there's no place like Away. No, having sort of living around Away, I would say. There's no place like Away. Great song, thanks, Joel. So this song is about water, as you can see in the background. I live on a lake, which I'm very fortunate to be able to do, and that lake is on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabeg people, and downstream from our lake is the Tikmikshing First Nation, and we're concerned about the quality of the water. It's an urban lake, and there's continual concern, and so one of the things I thought about was that water is ubiquitous, and there is really only one water that flows around us. So this song's called One Water. Cherish the water, wonderful water. Cherish the water, cradle of life. Low beyond value, lake's treasure replete, given so freely by nature complete. Listen a while to the surge and retreat. Rhythm of power, this prayer repeats. One water, the rain and the stream. One water, the sea and the dream. One water, the marsh and the flood. One water, the tear and the blood. Cherish the water, wonderful water. Cherish the water, cradle of life. Always in motion, the swell and cascade, rising and falling in endless parade. Sun's rays dance o'er its scattered remade by water's reflection of vibrant display. One water, the rain and the stream. One water, the lake and the dream. One water, the wave and the flow. One water, the ice and the snow. Turn of the seasons, tides follow the moon. Moisture congeals in crystals that bloom. Woven flakes lacy for west winds to groom, or held in ice clear, cold as the tomb. One water, the rain and the stream. One water, the sea and the dream. One water to drink and to bathe. One water to cherish and save. Cherish the water, wonderful water. Cherish the water, cradle of life. Cherish the water, wonderful water. Cherish the water, cradle of life. Cradle of life.
All right. I did hear that. Hang on, I did hear that at some point in If I Had a Song, and I love how this song has moved. I think very successful.
Thank you, thank you. Lots
And
of kudos to the people who helped out too.
well, in one water. I mean, yeah, we got one planet, we got one water. We don't got a plan B. Although, we could send some of them off to Mars. That would be fun. All right, we are closing in on the end. We have 3 performers up. I'm gonna bring up Storm. And then following Storm, we have Barbara Discant, and then we have a drop-in guest. Because we had so many friends who didn't make it tonight, we're going to add Vern MacArthur to close us off at the end. So Storm, I'm going to leave here and let you give John some feedback and then take it away. Let us know what you're going to do.
Okay, well, it's really interesting because I wasn't supposed to follow John, but that was a wonderful piece and it definitely spoke to what's going on. And it actually makes my piece and your piece one piece. So it's interesting. And I chose the piece that I'm doing for a couple of different reasons. One, I just had a Zoom friend named Wayne Clausen die. I knew Wayne for several years as he ran a sea shanty on Zoom, Northwest Sea Shanty, which is now become sort of hybrid. They've gone back into the physical and you can still sit and watch what they're doing but not participate. So I hadn't had much contact with it, but I just found out he died a few days ago. And I just had heard that a particular individual who we all know likes to write a lot of executive orders in the middle of the night a few days before Earth Day thought it was the right time to write an executive order that opened up 400,000 miles of pristine oceanic preserve to commercial fishing. So it is, of course, being, adjudicated to try to prevent it, but if it goes through, 400,000 square miles of Pacific oceanic preserve will be commercially fished. So I thought that was good reasons to put this piece together. The poem was written in about 1978, and the song was written in 1984, but I did not need to change a single word. Remembering the ocean. It's not enough that our bodies are mostly water, that water covers most of Earth, that snow melts and it rains. Always we are pulled by where land ends, by where we may have come from. There where we picked through shells and search storm-brought debris for treasures, lately more has been revealed. Bales of marijuana, the bodies of the latest boat people wash up with the seaweed. The waters, too, are changing, struggling to absorb oil, garbage, sludge, radioactive wastes, and plastics. Soon even the deepest parts will be strip-mined and plundered. Inland we turn towards the mountains, make plans to travel to the stars. Sometimes, for no particular reason, one among us lifts a conch shell to their ear and smiles, remembering the ocean as they desire to believe it is. What should we do for this threatened planet? What should we do for this threatened planet? What should we do for this threatened planet? It's our world we're forming. Why wait now? Let's all be rising. Why wait now? Let's all be rising. Why wait now? Let's all be rising. It's our world we're forming. Plant some trees and let them grow tall. Plant some trees and let them grow tall. Plant some trees and let them grow tall. It's our world we're forming. Love your neighbor and let it show large. Love your neighbor and let it show large. Love your neighbor and let it show large. It's our world we're forming. Money for bread and not for bombs. Money for bread and not for bombs, money for bread and not for bombs. It's our world we're forming. Feed the hungry, aid the ailing. Feed the hungry, aid the ailing. Feed the hungry, aid the ailing. It's our world we're forming. Protest war and live in peace. Protest war and live in peace. Protest war and live in peace. It's our world we're forming. Work together we'll build the future. Work together we'll build the future. Work together we'll build the future. It's our world we're forming. Hey, hey, sing boldly on. Hey, hey, sing boldly on. Hey, hey, sing boldly on. It's our world we're forming. Oh, what should we do for this threatened planet? What should we do for this threatened planet? Oh, what should we do for this threatened planet? It's our world we're forming.
Yeah, what a great use of that song.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Storm. I am going to bring up Barbara. There she is.
Hi.
And I'm going to jump down. Barbara, go ahead, share some love with Storm, and then tell us about your song. Tell us about where you just came from, too, because look, you're wearing it. Pretty cool.
That's right. I just came, well, first I want to say that I am so happy I came after Storm because, can you hear me? Because I just got in and didn't even have a chance to check my sound, so if it's abysmal, tell me. Going after Storm, I never cease to be amazed by the candor and strength and lovingness and wit of everything you send us and the way you marry poem and melody and song so well. So if I could request somebody to go after, I'm so glad I got you so I could say that to everyone. This was perfect. I'm coming to this close to tears after months and probably years our group Defend Ohio, which consists of both Senecas who are neighbors and non-indigenous allies such as myself, have been working to get the sewage cleaned out of the Allegheny River from being dumped by our city of Olean and going bound to the Senecas. And after like all this time, it seems like we finally won the hearts and minds of the city council. And it was just so moving. I don't think I was the only one in tears. And we have a task force, people keeping them honest. And I think it's not going to be 2045 like they originally told us they were going to do. So this is why I'm late to this. I was at that city council meeting and a large demonstration before it. And anyway, it's a perfect celebration of Earth Day that on Earth Day, the Olean City Council has visibly been shaken, and it looks like we have action. So it's a victory for the Ohio, which is the Allegheny River, and a victory for Mother Earth, and boy, we need them. Anyway, that's what I have to say. On a personal note, I have an injured left shoulder, and I'm going to attempt to accompany myself with my right hand, so it's going to sound a little bit strange, but I'm doing it. And I changed my song I'm doing. I'm going to do one called Make Do With What We Have. And could someone please tell me if this sounds okay? Again, I just raced in and set up. I'll just give you a couple of lines, and it's probably good, but if it's barreling too loud, tell me, okay?
Good. Well, right now you're really quiet, so maybe when you sing,
quiet?
it'll be good.
Okay, let me unquiet myself. Is that less quiet?
Oh yeah, that's 1,000 times
Then I
better.
better turn the piano up a little too, or it's going to be not. I'm going to give you one line. I'm so sorry about this, but
No,
I had
go,
to
go,
be there
go.
tonight.
You're good. You're good.
I don't want to borrow from our children's future. I don't want to steal
Barbara,
from
the
this sweet
piano's
earth. Is that
the
okay?
piano's super quiet. Turn the piano up a little, and then you're good to go.
Excuse me?
The piano is super quiet.
Is
so
the voice
turn-
okay?
The voice is great.
Well, then I'll move the piano up. I don't want to borrow from our children's future. That's okay?
Good. Yep.
Again, I'm the one-handed warrior today. And I'm so sorry I missed this program. I'm looking forward to the recording. I don't want to borrow from our children's future. I don't want to steal from this sweet earth. I don't want our children and grandchildren doomed to sickness from their birth. We can't go on pretending to be kings and queens. I was always taught to live within my means, and we can do with what we have, and we can do fine. We don't need dangerous nuclear power or the dirty and dusty coal mine. With the whisper of the wind and the sun's bright energy, there is more than enough for you and me. We would never let any of our children step in front of a moving car, but we're putting everyone in danger, 'cause we've gone too far, poisoning the earth to satisfy some rich crowd's greed, when with care and common sense we could all have what we need, and do with what we have, and we can do fine. We don't need hydrofracking or the dangerous pipeline. With the whisper of the wind and the sun's bright energy, there is more than enough for you and me. The planet's getting hotter, the seas are starting to rise, ice caps melting, wildfires burning, smoke fills the skies. If we keep it up, the earth may have no more to give. We've got to change our ways so everyone can live, and we can make do with what we have, and we can do fine. We don't need dangerous nuclear power
or the dirty and dusty coal mine. If we turn our hearts and minds to sweet sustainability, there is more than enough for you and me. There is more than enough for you and me.
Oh, beautiful, Barbara.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And one-handed. Just amazing piano playing and one-handed.
Thank you.
Vern, I'm bringing you up. You are going to take us. So Vern and I were originally going to host this evening together because I know he's another environmental steward. And then the date changed and he couldn't, but he made it in for the final song. And then we had all these friends that didn't show up, so it's perfect we could get him in. So Vern, I'm gonna step down, share some love with Barbara, and then tell us what you're gonna sing.
Yeah, let me know if the sound. I haven't done a sound check. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect. I mean, we'll hear how the music is, but your voice is great.
Well, it's going to be a cappella, so my voice is what you're going to hear. And I think that's a perfect song for a one-handed piano. Make do with what we have, is exactly what, and I love the song. Such a simple, important message. Make do with what I love the tune and your delivery, but just the message is clear and simple and one-handed makes it like powerful. So thanks.
Oh,
I
thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I never thought making do with what I have with the one hand would figure in it, but you got it.
Well, I'm making do with what I have, and I'm not using any hands. So I wasn't able to be here because I was with the church choir, Unitarian Universalist Church Choir, rehearsing the Misa Gaia, the Earth Mass by Paul Winter, which we're going to perform in a couple of weeks. And so I'm kind of grounded in the earth. And the song I want to do is Love is the Water That Wears Down the Rock. It's a song I've done before, but it's been on my mind a lot under the current circumstances. It's a song by Pat Wichter of Brother Sun. So he has I'm using his chorus and tune. The verses are mine. And I like the water. I mean, the few songs I heard all had water up until this last one. And I think the solution in part of all the polarization in society will be mediated by our connection to water. So the song goes like this. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. You say you're feeling hopeless and don't understand all the hatred and division sweeping through this land. You only see a barrier that can't be crossed. Well, let me tell you something about love and the rock, 'cause love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. There's a power even greater than right or wrong, a spirit that can enter through beauty or song. It opens the heart and quiets the mind so we can face each other in ways that are kind, 'cause love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. We've all got a story that shapes our lives, formed in the joy and the pain we survived. So listen real close And you may see there's a part of the other that lives in thee. There's a part of you that lives in he or she or them, 'cause love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
Woohoo! Wow, what a great way to end this evening,
Yeah,
Vern.
good.
Okay,
Those,
I am gonna
what,
stop the
one quick
recording.
question.
No,
Okay.
we're not leaving yet. It's okay. I'm
Just
gonna
one quick
stop the recording.